Hi, I'm Alan Ross, and we are at DistribuTech 2025. We've got interviews with thought leaders, and we'd love for you to see what we've done here. Hey, thanks for joining us. Keith, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Alan?
I'm excellent. So 3 years, you've been in the Atlanta area, you moved to the U.S. How's it going?
It's going very, very well, yeah. We've doubled the size of the business in 3 years, which is fantastic. We have aspirations to grow it even more in the future.
And that's what the expectations are,
Absolutely.
too. No, I thought it would be a great thing for you all to come here. Utilities are going through a lot of challenges right now.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about them as it relates to Camlin.
Well, I think everybody's aware that there's a large lead time on new transformers. They continue to break in the field and customers have to buy new ones. So that's obviously an issue. I would say that they are also losing their internal expertise.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, they haven't got the young guys coming through or the experts anymore. So we're looking to replace and augment that expertise through our software and our monitoring and our services.
Yeah. The most important thing that's happening in the monitoring business is it's gone from the monitor to all of the things that you just mentioned. And you're going to show me a little bit of that, aren't you?
Absolutely, we are going to.
Before we get that, vision. What do you think the vision is for the U.S. Camlin operation?
So we want to continue to grow this core part of our business fivefold in the next 5 years.
Okay.
Very exciting time, yeah. We are going to open a 24/7 monitoring center out of Atlanta so we can support our customers 24/7,
Yeah.
both monitoring our sensors as well as the transformers.
Okay.
So that's an exciting time for us. And then we want to bring our UK distribution portfolio to North America over the next 2 or 3 years because we feel as though there's a significant value to customers in North America.
And you're going to be doing that out of Atlanta?
We are going to do
My hometown?
Indeed.
So let's do some filming there when you
That
get
would be
ready to do that.
fantastic.
Good.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
So talk me to the next person. Who are we going to go talk to now?
I'm going to go and talk to Jerry now.
Okay. Jerry, how are you doing?
Good to see you again. How are you?
I'm excellent.
Excellent.
So I keep hearing about this word monitoring, right? The whole industry is talking about monitoring. At Camlin, I was just talking with Keith earlier. Talk a little bit about the importance of monitoring. Talk a little bit about Camlin's position on monitoring.
Kind of two key elements to that, right? First is kind of that real-time visibility into the health of those assets. So for us, comprehensive transformer monitoring technology, hardware, related solutions,
Right.
embedded software that provide that real-time, visibility into the asset. But the other aspect of this is really decision support capabilities, right?
Yeah.
And there's two dimensions to that. One is making sure you got the right expertise. Like when you see information, when you see things trending from those monitors, what do? How do you act upon that information?
You call Bill, who's been doing it for 50 years, but guess what?
And
gone.
Bill's gone. Exactly right. So what systematically what utilities are trying to figure out is how do they supplement their own expertise. So from a Camlin perspective, we have a team of deep subject matter experts that help supplement, augment a customer's team.
Right.
The other area is really using automation, right? Digital solutions that automate that decision support process. So
Okay.
advanced analytics that provide failure mode analysis and help provide prescriptive actions that a utility can act upon that information and make timely, more consistent, reliable decisions.
No, that's excellent. So it is the sensor itself, the monitor itself. It's the software that kind of does all the research. But the most important thing that you're adding is that expertise.
Bringing that expertise together.
Because the utilities have lost it and are losing it big time.
Absolutely.
So you've got expertise around the world to support the North American market too, right?
We do. The North American market is one of our fastest growing markets. We have had just exceptional traction with customers here who are reinvigorating their programs. Are really, investing more dollars in terms of those most critical assets like their power transformers. But yeah, it's been a really exciting time for Camlin Energy, especially here in North America. Right.
So when you take all three of them together, have you given it a name, a moniker? What's the name of it? If you put it all together.
So, well, that's the Camlin Energy, brand essentially is whether it's transformer monitoring, whether it's other assets, it's really kind of bringing together a transformer monitoring program. For example, from a product name perspective, we have our solutions like our TOTUS transformer monitoring technology. We have our expert services team, and the most important thing that we'll be showcasing here at this show is our Sapien Insight software, which is really that automated digital solution that helps with that decision support.
You have a name for that?
Sapien Insight. Sapien Asset Insights. Yep, absolutely.
Sapien Asset. That's the thing that's going to put it all together. But
Correct.
Excellent. Take me around because I want to talk to some of the experts.
Yeah. Let me bring you back here.
Thank you, Jim. So I just learned about SSE. What does that stand for? Sensor. What's the S other sensor? Software. And what's the E? Expertise. So we're going to talk about all of that. Real-time visibility, the ability to see what's going on inside of your asset. Talk a little bit about why that's so important, Zlatan.
Yeah, so it all starts with a sensor, right? We need to have the right sensor in order to capture all the relevant information from the transformer asset, right? So in the past, we've all relied on DGA as the only component that we need to monitor. But in the recent years, we started to monitor DGA, bushing monitoring, capacitance, power factor, load, temperature, just to be able to integrate all that data and be able to make decisions.
By the time you get to DGA, it's too late.
It's too late. Absolutely. So for me, there's really three things about a sensor that are important. What does it monitor? Are we able to monitor the entire asset? Is the sensor reliable, right? Accuracy and reliability is really important. We want to be able to have the monitor last for a long time without needing any major maintenance. And then integration. Are we able to adapt to users' network infrastructure in order to ingest the data and be able to visualize it properly?
So let's go to you. Nathan, you got all of this data coming in, and we've heard about that. Too much data, don't know what to do with it. That's one of the things we hear from the marketplace is, what do you do with all this data? Talk about what's happening when you get to a point that you have massive amounts of data coming in from the same place.
Yeah, it is definitely a credible concern. Like with lots of data, I think sometimes utilities or asset owners get overwhelmed. So that they want to simplify, how they approach the data, how they approach analysis of the data. So on the services side, it's somewhere that we can help, right? So both, interpreting data, but also giving important feedback for customers about concerns with their assets and how they can intervene, maybe prevent potential failures in service, or if they could, affect maintenance that would be useful in preventing preventative maintenance, preventing a possible problem with equipment.
Excellent. So you got all of this data coming in. Now you've got all of this service aspect, and you're supposed to be talking, Andrew, about how do you put it all together, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the software, that's where the software comes in. So the software is taking all the data and it's providing decision support to the experts to turn in all of the data into something that's usable for them. So whether that's the failure modes, recommended actions, and then also the health score. So that's important to allow them to be able to prioritize what they do. If they've got a huge fleet, how do they focus the experts on the ones that really matter? So the software automates a lot of that processing, provides the information to the users in different formats, depending on who the user is, because an expert's going to want to see very different things to a C-suite or, an asset manager. So yeah, that's where the software comes in.
So you automate the decision before it gets to the expert.
Absolutely.
If that can handle it, you made the decision, right? Then the utility does.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So bring it all home to the
Yeah. So, challenges are real, right? When we talk to our customers, aging infrastructure, aging assets, aging workforce, supply chain issues, those are all real issues that our customers are dealing with. And to address that, we have to have a comprehensive asset management program, And to do that, we need to have the right sensor, we need to have the right software to ingest that data, and then we have to have the experts to help with some of these most unique and complex situations.
I still go back to SSE.
That's right.
It's the sensor. It's the software.
Exactly.
It's the expert.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My friend, we're worried.